Hey everybody, this is Aaron with Hiking with Aaron. I'm on another trip and it's just a Saturday, just a day hike, and I'm here at Cold Cabin Park near Delta, Pennsylvania. This is the Susquehanna River behind me, and I'm going to walk up a trail that goes around the Muddy Creek. The Muddy Creek is a creek that I started kayaking on, and this is the first time I've actually hiked up the Muddy Creek, so that'll be kind of cool. So I'm going to start at this little parking area down here at Cold Cabin and walk down a road for a little bit, maybe close to a mile, and then we'll start on the trail. So let's see what's on this trail, on the Muddy Creek Trail in Delta, Pennsylvania. So this is pretty cool walking on this road for me, because the only time I've been in this area is in my kayak on that river right there, the Susquehanna River. There's been times in the summertime where my friend Keith and I come off of the Muddy Creek into the Susquehanna, and it's starting to get sunset. I remember being out there practically dark, and then all these houses along this road right here have campfires going on, and you can smell them, you can see people sitting by the campfires, and I always wondered what it was like to live up here. So here I am walking on this road. It's kind of cool to see it from a different perspective. Okay, so we just turned off that little road, as you saw, going up this trail. It's going uphill first. I think it goes uphill for a while and stays on the ridge for quite a while, and then it goes down to the creek. The blue blazes you see are for the Mason Dixon Trail. So Mason Dixon Trail, I haven't looked it up in a long time. It's like a couple hundred, maybe 300 miles, something like that. And this is just one section of it, just one little part of it. All right, let's go see what's on this real part of this trail at Muddy Creek. Okay, I know exactly where this is. This is the last rapid of the Muddy Creek, so I've got a lot of memories at this rapid right here. There's been times where it was up really high and we were scared to go through. There's times it was great levels and we were like play boating inside in the holes and stuff. And there was a couple times we actually got out of our boats and we actually floated down the rapids. So this brings back a lot of good memories. I haven't been here in a long time. Okay, so let's, it's got a little trail. This is not the official trail, but there's a little trail down to the creek. So let's go down the creek and check it out. Well, I just did something kind of dumb. I slipped on one of these wet rocks, fell backwards. Luckily my pack was on, so I just fell down on my pack, but I put my finger down. Oh, it's swelling up already, and I got my ring on it. I don't know how I'm gonna get that off. So anyway, I put my hand down and my finger actually went out about 90 degrees. I pulled it back before I got it on video. I thought about getting it on video and I thought, nope, if I don't do it now, I'll never do it. So I had to pull it back straight, but now it's starting to swell up a little bit. So I got decisions to make. Should I just turn around and go back, or should I just keep going? If I turn around and go back, there's really nothing else I can do for it. I think I'm gonna put it in the creek, get it real cold for a while, maybe stop the swelling. I wish it wasn't the one with my ring on it, because I couldn't get my ring off anyway. So we'll see what happens. It's starting to feel a little bit better. At first it was pretty sore. I can feel it, but it's feels okay right now. All right, hopefully we'll continue on. See what happens. Let me put it in the creek first. Well, this trail has really surprised me how beautiful it is. I mean, I knew it'd be kind of nice, but it's got some really cool features to it. Got some big rock cliffs. This rhododendron area right here is awesome. Of course, the creek is great. Hey, come over here. Nala, come here. Good girl. Atta girl. Good girl. I know. Come on up. There you go. Good girl. Good girl, Nala. Okay, we're back on the trail. The creek is right next to us. We're a little bit above it. You can kind of see it through the brush. So that place that you saw with all that rushing water, we call the gorge. When Keith and I kayak down here, we do not run that that water through those rocks. Some people do. I've seen a couple people do it, and I see people on video do it, but that's not for me. All right, well, it's really grown in here, this little area. Still really nice. It's getting a little later. It's about 3:30 or so. So I'm just worried about lights. But when you're in the woods, it just seems a lot darker than it really is out there. So there's still a lot of sunshine out beyond the trees. I should be okay. Okay, this is Snap Falls. This is one of the most fun places on the Muddy Creek. When we first started going down here, we were pretty nervous going down this little fall, but after a while we got pretty used to it. In fact, I even went backwards a couple times down this thing. So one time we went after the day after a hurricane, a long time ago, and you didn't even recognize this place. It was only my second time on the creek, and I tipped over about right over there. Nobody was with me. Keith and Chad were supposed to be with me, where they were all way up the creek, and I wasn't able to roll back then, so I took my boat off to the side, lost my paddle, it went down the creek, and then I waited for my buddies, and they never showed up. Nala, get over here. Get over here. I don't need her going down that waterfall. So anyway, I got my boat, picked everything up, and then I guess I went up one of those hills. I went up to that trail, and then I walked down that trail to the bridge, and that's where we're going right now. So Nala, get over here. She keeps getting too close to that waterfall. So anyway, that was my little brush with disaster. Nala, over here. Hey. I better get out of here before she goes down this waterfall. Nala, come on, let's go. We finally made it. We did about 10.6 miles. We did it in about 7 hours and 10 minutes, I think it was. We stopped, of course, a lot and looked at the sights. Of course, I had to walk back, get my camera a bunch of times. So this is nice. This is where that scene you just saw, that sunset over the big river. When we kayak, and we, sorry about telling you all my kayak stories, but when we kayak, we leave the Muddy Creek and it empties out into this big river. This is the Susquehanna River. And then we paddle up the Susquehanna River, it looks like, for about a mile. I never knew how far it was, but it looks like we paddle for about a mile on this big river, and then we take out just down there a little bit. So they have some seats here at this park, so I decided to just take a break. Nala's knocked out, and so am I. But this is gorgeous. So thanks for watching. I had a great time. It was a little tougher than I usually do for a day hike, but I'm glad I did it. And that's it. So we'll see you on the next video.